Hola, minasan! Welcome back for another round of story talk. Yes, everybody, I saw Baki the Grappler over the weekend, the first two episodes, and there's a lot to say about this show because what a way to start. I haven't even gotten to three, and it's just really freaking amazing how how this show operates. Now, what was very hard for me was trying to figure out where to begin because apparently the one that's on Netflix um, is like a more later season, and I needed to find the beginning. I needed to know where it all began. I needed to know where everything began because let me tell you something. Um, it's a long running series, and it is a very popular series. Whoo, man. It's insane. It's insane. So, what I do know is, um, we have our titular character Baki, and he got his butt kicked by his overly muscular, um, flaming hair demon of a dad. He's no demon, as far as I know. And so now Baki is determined to be stronger than his father, which means he'll turn into One Punch Man eventually. And his mother funds that. That's what makes this so freaking amazing. It's really the mother that sells the whole thing, hands down. His mother runs a corporation. She's been providing him with all the resources he needed, so he can be able to surpass his father in power and strength. I don't know what it is because I'm only in two episodes. I don't know what the ulterior motive is, but what I do know is I've never seen anything like that with regards to parents. Parents tend to be oblivious to the whole thing, or if they find out, I don't know. But the fact that Baki's parents are proactive, are very proactive in him becoming this become One Punch Man, is pretty crazy. Yeah, so well, just to get into some quick spoilers, it opens up with Baki taking on 100 hoodlums, and he only beats 37. But his whole mission was to beat all 100 of them. So, and so from there, he sees his shortcomings, despite the fact that he could freaking destroy everybody. like he, like he doesn't hesitate to get into a fight. And what happened was that he ended up getting into a sparring match with a foreign fighter, a Muay Thai fighter. Um, what was his name? Great, now it escapes me. Was it Yuri? Um, uh, Tchaikovsky. It was something ski. It was definitely foreign, but he was looking for a challenger. Baki was looking for a challenge, and they both found each other. They sparred. They went all out. But but it was an honorable match. What was so great about this is that they showed that unlike a lot of shonen, not every fighter is a villain. You know that Baki comes across as a villain. This guy was very honorable. He really did show concern for Baki post fight, and that's really great. This is great because now um, it's like let me see if I can pull up the wiki. Oh my gosh, it goes to Wikipedia. I just forgot his name completely. Here we go. Let's see. Mm, I need the list of characters here. List of characters. I'm very worried because this might be giving me away to everything. But um, wow, where are the list of characters? All right, let's see here. Because I had to start with Baki, with Grappler Baki, the first series. Mm, that came out in like the late 90s, like the early 2000s. Is this the one? Yeah, Grappler. I think this is it. Grappler Baki. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, I was right. Yuri Tchaikovsky. There we go. Yuri Tchaikovsky. I was saying it right. Yuri. Yeah. Just those two episodes. The world build was so well established right off the bat. You know, it's a world where an organization is trying to create the ultimate fighter out of Baki, and it's run by his own mother, who's supportive of him, and Baki is determined to beat his father. Uh, and it looks like he's going to come across a variety. And given that the first that we got to see villains first in the form of the gangs, where he went and tried to beat all 100 of them up, and then followed that up with a sparring match with Yuri Tchaikovsky, the world champion Muay Thai fighter, and he gave Baki honor. You know, saying he respected Baki and actually showed concern for his health post fight because Baki got laid out. Um, that is great storytelling. It is great world building because it shows that not every fighter Baki comes across is an inherent villain. That there's evil intent. That he will see. That he will have a worthy. That he will have a rival fight kind of thing. Like it'll be a natural rivalry kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? A respected match between two guys who want to express their strength, and that's great world building right off the bat. That is excellent world building. And we now we're rooting for Baki, to become the One Punch Man. And if we come across Yuri again, see him fighting somebody else, we'll most likely will be rooting for him because he's an honorable guy. And you know what I'm saying? Another anime, another manga that did that was Haikyuu, which was all about volleyball. They didn't depict the dark evil sports team like some shows tend to end up doing for no reason. I'm looking at you, Shiseki no Soma. Always got to do a dark arc. You too, Uma Musume. Okay, you had to bring in a dark arc. You had to bring in dark competitors. No, in this here, it's established who can be the potential villains, but also show that not everybody is going to always be a villain. It's going to be if a guy who loves fighting just as much as Baki and is fighting for the honor of increasing their own strength. Saying like a sparring thing, and they expect their opponent to bring 100%, just as they would, just as our protagonist Baki would want 100%. So I can't wait to see where this is going. Oh my gosh, where this is going, I don't know. What I do know is that it's going one direction, and that is Baki becoming this muscular image that they're showing of him right now. And taking on all these ridiculously muscled bound men that any normal man will throw a punch and they'll just be like they'll see the punch and the punch is just standing there and they're like just take these two fingers, go, and the person like oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But another thing that's interesting is that there's like some, I wouldn't say like political politics, but politicking in the metaphorical sense, because with the underground politics, the mob politics. There we go. The mob politics. It was really interesting that we got to meet one of the main bosses. Surprisingly enough, um, let's see here. What was his name? I forgot. I forgot his name. He basically he's the mob boss, but he's 15 years old. He's 15. He's a 15-year-old mob boss, and when they introduce him, he's this Hulk. He's the Incredible Hulk, basically. Imagine the Incredible Hulk as a 15-year-old with that size and shape. That that's him in a nutshell. Let's see here. Tokugawa? No, right? Kato. Uh, I don't think I got the name. Again, it escapes me. There was just so many name drops happening throughout those first two episodes. It was tough to keep up with. But what's also interesting is that there's a detective too, and he looks out. Let's see here. I had the name here. I know it's like you're all unprepared. Nah, this is the fun part. Detective Keto and his partner. That's right, Detective Keto and his partner. Surprisingly enough, doesn't see Baki as a riffraff. Like in the case of Yu Yu Hakusho, where everybody sees him as a riffraff, and it's like, give him a chance, give him a chance. He's a good kid. No, they already know that he's a good kid because he's not going around, you know, breaking the laws or anything. He's just beating up hoodlums, or he just goes and has sparring matches in gyms, and that's it. So, and they look at, and this detective Keto, he's looking out for him all the way through, you know. But yeah, now Baki is off to do a whole go into his training arc. How much far can one push the limits of their body? I guess that's what Baki the Grappler is going for, and that's it's your standard fare Japanese culture there. You know, it's just standard fare Japanese culture, trying to persevere, push to the limits. You know, to accomplish your dreams, your goals, and everything. To never give up, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, this is fun. This is fun. You know, just like in other shows like One Piece. You know, where they're pushing for their goals, and then they're looking to accomplish their own dreams and so on. You know, it's it's pretty standard. But but what's interesting about this is the fact that you know, Baki has support. He has parental support, and he has the support from a detective. He's got a lot of support, and we see he can make friends too with like Yuri. Well, I guess friends, or at least proper rivals with Yuri. So you know what I mean. And that's it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun series. But what makes this very tough though is finding the shows, because if you go to Netflix, um if you go to Netflix, you're definitely gonna end up seeing missing all the context and everything. And I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad that I did do the research and found the original. I found out the original. So you got to start with the 2001 season one, and then season two before you go into that the uh the series. And as for the manga, I don't know if I could be able, I don't know if I'll be able to find the manga, if it's still being printed. Let's see here. How many volumes? Yeah, it's still ongoing. It started in 1991 and it's still ongoing. It's insane. 149 volumes have been oh my gosh released. So this is a series that's not going to end, much like One Piece. I'm surprised that there hasn't been a trading card game made yet. Probably didn't, just only released in Japan. But unlike One Piece, it just didn't get that level of popularity to hit it. The chapters collected into 42 tankobon volumes. So there's 42 books with over. So there's 42 books with over 149. Well, I don't know why it says 149 volumes. 42. Mm. Oh, okay. There's a follow up series, Baki Hanma. All right, got it. Got it. So the original run lasted 31 volumes. 31 volumes with 276 chapters. There we go. There's our answer. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a little tricky to find the beginning, but you definitely need to start with um in terms of the anime. Where's the anime? Uh, you gotta start with the 24 episode anime series that aired from January 2001 to June 2001. That started in 2001, and start working your way through until now with Netflix. There you go. So those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Great characters, great world build, fascinating, a very fascinating plot. Not your typical shonen story mode. So make sure, please, make sure you check it out. And please comment down below what you think of Baki the Grappler. If you have any recommendations for me and how to approach it any further. And like and subscribe. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining me. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for all for joining me. Until next time, I wish you all a good night, buenas noches, and oisu minasai.